Hi, it's Marianne, and today I am here for the Crafty Maven's Getaway channel with a Spotlight Sunday. And first off, I want to say this is completely out of my comfort zone. I don't really like to see myself on camera, but it being a new year and all, I decided to push myself into doing things because there's no growth unless you do the things that are out of your comfort zone. So I'm going to experience some personal growth by doing this. So thanks, Hannah, for making me do this. So a little bit about myself. My name is Marianne. I live in New York State, about an hour east of Manhattan on Long Island. And I've been scrapbooking for 17 years. Ever since I saw the Today's Special Value kit on QVC, and I think it was Lisa Berenson showing everybody how to do this cool thing called scrapbooking, and I was 8.5 months pregnant with my second daughter, and I just totally was all in. I was like, what is this awesome thing? Couldn't wait for the mail that day. Got the kit, opened up the box, made my first page, and that's it. I've been obsessed ever since. And it came in this big box with an issue of Creating Keepsakes magazine, and I kept looking through all the stuff in the box and saying, who could ever need more than that was just in this box? Like, I didn't even know that there was more product than that. I guess there's some stickers at, Michael's or whatever, but who would ever need more than this? Well, it turns out all of us need like a room full. And when I say need, I don't really mean need like someone needs water to survive. But part of the fun of scrapbooking, for me anyway, is definitely the shopping. So I'm definitely inspired whenever I have new product, even though I have, especially after scrapbooking for 17 years, I have such a big stash like most of us do. Sometimes you just fall out of love with the old stuff, which is why theoretically I understand that you should use what you love the most, but a big part of me just likes to take out my collection of October afternoon papers and just look at them. Some of them are just hard to use on a page. Maybe they're like a big Christmas street scene, perhaps. I just like to have it. Look at it, enjoy it that way. And that's okay too. I mean, it was less than $1, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of it that way. So while I do use my stuff, there are certain things that I just love that I need to just have. And if sometimes with a piece of paper I really love, I might buy 2 sheets, one to have just to look at and one to actually use. I know that sounds crazy to most people that don't scrapbook, but I'm sure a lot of you relate. So through the 17 years, I found some people online that were nearby me, and we formed kind of a loose group, and we used to go to crops, and then a girl that I really was close to, hi Lisa, she opened a scrapbooking store. And that was like, we were like kids in the candy shop. That was like an awesome time. She just ordered whatever we loved, and I taught classes there, and it was really just the best of times. It was great. So I got everything at wholesale. So my stash really grew then because it was like I was owning a store and getting everything at wholesale. So that was great, and I really became aware of the industry as a whole. We went to all the trade shows and stuff. This is in the early 2000s. And it was just a lot of fun. So I've always been interested in the industry side of things. And I always knew about 2Ps. My first online order, maybe not my first. My first online order, I think, was, from my mind's eye, those little, I want to call them framelits, but I guess they were framelits. Those little frames and the people, I just loved them, and I had to have them all, and I did. I owned every one of them. That was probably my very first online order. And then 2Ps came on, and You know, once, you know, I was using a dial-up router, dial-up system, and I'd go on 2Ps and see what was going on. Then our computer got old, and I couldn't go on to 2Ps as much because just to load everything just took forever. But I would check in once in a while. So I want to say that I always kind of had the pulse of what the industry was doing. I don't know if that was long and boring and nobody cares. Okay, gotcha. Another thing about myself is I have 2 daughters. One is a senior in high school and one is a junior in college. So almost an empty nest here. Getting very close. Makes me a little sick to my stomach to say that, but I'm very proud of the girls they've become. And we got a puppy, so we have a 1-year-old dog who is the light of all our lives, and she really keeps us all active. I have a job outside of the home also. I work at Pier 1 Imports, and it's been crazy with the holidays and trying to fit everything in and a crazy work schedule. I'm one of the managers there, and it just is, retail is crazy. So things have settled down a little bit because, you know, the holidays are over. Happy New Year to all of you out there. I haven't done much on my own channel. It's M Barone on YouTube for anybody that wants to subscribe. I do have plans to start filming my own videos. You know, I was just trying to keep my head above water. I really love the Crafty Maven's Getaway channel. I think what Hannah has done is awesome. She's taken anybody really that wants to contribute, that's been making process videos, and let them have, you know, a wider audience, which I really appreciated that she allowed me to be a part of that. My videos maybe are not the most professionally, the soundovers aren't so professional, and my editing probably leaves a lot to be desired. You know how technology is. Sometimes, you know, you have 5 hours to do something, and it's the best I can make it in those 5 hours. I do, you know, try to make it better every time. I'm not always successful, but I try. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope that you'll try it out. I do have some plans to contribute to my own channel in the coming year. I belong to an online scrapbooking group also that I just joined a challenge, so I'm definitely going to be making 40 layouts this year, and I definitely will be filming a large portion of them. Right now we still have our Christmas tree up, and so that's where my scrap space is. So it's not there right now. So my last video, if you saw, was a different camera angle because I was doing it at the dining room table. But I'll be back to my space soon. Sometime in the coming week, I'm going to take down the tree and get myself situated and start filming some videos, some more videos. So I hope you'll stick with me through that. One of the most recent comments on my video asked if I would show some of my beginning pages or some of my favorite Christmas layouts, something like that. So at the end of this video, I'm going to maybe do a quick walkthrough of some of the pages that I've done. So I hope you'll stick around for that. So thank you, Hannah, for pushing me out of my comfort zone, and I hope that you will stick with the Crafty Maven's Getaway channel for the coming year. So I'm wishing you a happy and healthy one. Bye.
Hi, so I'm back with some of the pages that I wouldn't say I have recently done them, but they're in some of my albums. So here's a Christmas one that I did that I really loved. I really love the title on this one. I used some chipboard and distressed a little bit and just like a few clusters and some paper layering with different fancy edges. And I was really, really happy with the way that one came out when I did it. And this one, I was really so pleased with myself because I made it look like a gingerbread house called Candy Cottages. I just really happy with the way that one came out too. And this one, I think I did this one for a challenge of using maybe non-traditional colors in a Christmas layout. I think it was a 2Ps challenge once upon a time. And I just punched out all different circles, and then I used some enamel dots, and I splattered some mist. I was just really pleased with the way that one came out. So I had just gone through my most recent layouts that were Christmas layouts that were actually in an album. So those are them. And then I just picked a random scrapbook that I had some pages in, and just pulled a few that honestly I don't even remember making, but still love to look at. So this one, the title is "This Girl is Now 16," and it's just a baby picture of my oldest when she was 3, and I guess I came across the picture that I just had always loved it. And it's really okay to go back and scrap a picture that you've already scrapped, but through the passage of time, it just is more meaningful, I think. And I just used a whole bunch of girly stuff on here. I used some mist and some nice glittery thickers on there. Just lots of little spots where I did some layering. And this one I really went to town on the layering. You can see I've got doily and a doily sticker and a flower and some buttons and some more flowers. And I popped up some stickers. Sorry about the shadow there. And there's some butterflies. I still have a thing for butterflies. I don't use them as frequently as I did. And just a ton of layering on this page. And I'm just really loving the way it came out. Thrilled with this page. And on this page, I did some technique. I don't always do technique, or I should say hardly ever. And so I just used a bunch of product on here, but on the bottom, oh, hold on, there we go. On the bottom here, it's all stamped. So this was just a wood block stamp, I think by Hero Arts, and I just made it continuous. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 or 6 buildings, and then just continued it on and used some wood veneer. These pages are probably 2 or 3 years old. Maybe 3 years old. And this one actually doesn't have a photo. I used a map. This was the first college visit we went for my oldest. It was to American University. She doesn't go there, but I just wanted it documented that it was like our first college tour. And that daughter's name starts with an A, so I always try to put an A on her page somewhere. It's just easy to do that because, you know, it could be an ampersand A, or not an ampersand, an at sign. Those find their way on her pages a lot too because it's an A. This one, I really liked it because I had a story behind it, and I felt like everything I picked helped told the story. So, and I just love anything that like is a record, or anything that, yeah, I guess is popular culture from 70s and the 80s, really resonates with me. So this page, I just really like how it all came together. I know there's some exclusive Cocoa Daisy stuff on here, and just lots of layering. So this is typical of my style: clustering, layering, maybe some ink splatters, maybe something sparkly, lots going on. That's usually what my pages are. There's usually a lot going on. Here's another one, just lots of happy colors. Usually 1 or 2 photos are enough for me to tell the story. I used to do 2-page layouts for everything, and you know, those have their time and place too, but now I just find that 1 or 2 photos for me completes the memory. And you know, for me, really, it's all about just the process. I don't know if anybody's really going to go back and look through all these scrapbooks and feel what I feel and remember what I remember, and that's okay. It's really just for me. And Here's another page that's fairly simple for me, but I do find myself lately not putting a ton of product on something. So I just really like the way this looked. It's just two strips of washi, maybe a 3x4 card, and some sticker letters and a little journaling. That seems indicative of what I've been doing lately. You know, sometimes I'm in the mood to put a lot of stuff and sometimes I'm not. So, you know, it all depends on the day. It all depends on if I have a sketch that I'm working with or what the picture I feel entails. So I'm pretty sure, you know, everybody else feels the same as I do. I'm sure your style differentiates to, you know, every time you sit down to scrapbook, maybe it all looks a little different. And, you know, it's all self-expression, so I think anything goes. I think that's what's so great about scrapbooking. So I just want to say thank you again so much for joining me today. I hope you got to learn a little bit about myself, and I hope you'll stay tuned for whatever we have in store for the coming year on the Crafty Mavens channel. So I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.